it's Miss Norton. So today I'm going to teach you how to do a salt dough, which is kind of like a Play-Doh that you can dry out and paint, or you can bake it. You have to bake it kind of slowly. It takes about 2 hours in the oven at 275 degrees, or you can leave it outside in the sun for a couple days and it'll dry out. You're going to need flour, you're going to need salt, and then you are going to need water. And then I've got my mixing bowl right here. I'm going to do a small portion, but you can double it or whatever you want to do to make a lot. So the first thing I'm going to do is 1 cup of flour in my bowl. So I've got my flour in my fancy container here. I'm just going to scoop down and get some in the cup. And then I am going to dump that in the bowl. Next, I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of salt. So I'm going to take my cup and my salt, and I'm just going to fill that up. I have just enough salt. Thank goodness. I dump that in the bowl, and then I'm going to need a 1/4 cup of water, and then 2 tablespoons of water. So I'm going to turn around to my sink over here and get some water. You're going to be careful when you do this, because obviously you don't want to make a mess in the kitchen for your parents. So be respectful. Don't spill the water. Don't spill the flour. Be careful when you measure. So that was 1/4 cup, and then I'm doing 2 tablespoons. Again, I'm trying not to spill on the floor. Now I'm going to add that. So now I have all of my stuff in the bowl. I'm going to start mixing. I'm going to use my little tablespoon. I'm also going to roll up my sleeves. I put a sweater on that I don't care about, so I can get messy if I have to. But I'm going to start stirring with my tablespoon. And we're just going to stir until a ball of dough forms. If it is too sticky, like when you play with it in your hands, that you pull it apart and it's kind of stringy and it's sticky, that just means that you need to add more flour. I think mine's going to be pretty good. Takes a minute to kind of get it together, but hopefully I'll have something cool that I can mold stuff out of. So once I have kind of starting to stick together, I take it and I start playing with it in my hands. So surprisingly, mine is looking a little dry. So I might add like a splash more of water. I do have a ball of dough, but I'm going to do just a little bit more. The nice thing is if you add too much water, you can always come back and add more flour, or if you have too much flour, you can always come back and add more water. So I'm just kneading it with my hand. And now I have a dough-like consistency. I have a little more flour in the bowl, which if I keep kneading, it will form into it. But now I have kind of like a Play-Doh. And the cool thing is you can kind of sculpt this into stuff. You can lay it out and pat it and cut it out into shapes and let them dry. And then if you have acrylic paint at home or Sharpies, you can draw on it and decorate it. And you can really make a lot of really cool things out of this. So this is kind of just something fun for you guys to do or try at home, because I'm sure everybody has flour, salt, and water. It's kind of a common thing to have in your kitchen. Super fun, and it's not too messy, which is nice. I will say try to keep it away from your pets. It's not very good for them to eat, just plain flour. But yeah, I hope you guys have fun. I hope you guys make some dough and maybe make some cool sculptures out of it, and I hope you guys have a great week.